It is time for another YouTube live stream. I'm Zach. Welcome back. Let's play some games today. We are back in Cities Skylines 2 in my Florida themed city, and we are going to build some more buildings. Welcome everyone to the stream. It's Friday night. I hope you're looking forward to a great weekend. We have now done 2 weeks of Cities Skylines 2. I hope you're enjoying it. I'm going to be playing some more Cities Skylines 2. We're going to keep this rolling because I've been enjoying it so much. Yeah, what have we done in 2 weeks? In 2 weeks, we pretty much built this downtown area. We built a stadium. We built a new cargo rail infrastructure for the city. And we fixed a ton of traffic problems and other kinds of problems throughout the city. So we've done a bunch. But there's still a whole bunch of new content that came out recently that we haven't looked at yet. Specifically like the fishing industry. There's now boat ferries I would like to add in here. We have new bridges I haven't looked at yet. So yeah, I mean, there's more stuff that I would like to explore and do and continue to expand the city. So yeah, let's we'll do some more City Skylines here in the future. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Okay, so to start with, I was looking at some buildings, and I was looking at the downtown area, and I just want to show you guys something. This right here is a really great piece of real estate. You see this ground here? Because here is the university for downtown. We built this university. It's kind of, it's not very tall. It's got a parking lot, and it's got the university. And then you have this Central Park area with the haunted house here and the Ferris wheel right here. This is just a really great view of the whole Central Park area. That's really cool, and it's walking distance to everything. So yeah, I feel like we need to put a really cool building in here. And there's a skyscraper that I haven't used before. It's called Century Castle, and it's a giant residential building. And I think it would go perfect right here. So I'm going to drop it in, and we'll take a look at it. Look at that. So yeah, just the view from this side. Look at the front of that. It's so interesting. Man, the view from the penthouse. Look at the penthouse on this thing. You'd have like a great view of everything down here. Yeah, so it kind of stands as like a monolith on the other side of Central Park. So yeah, this is our new skyscraper. And then, and this is in the base game. Everybody has access to this. But there's another building I found on the workshop. And I've been trying to pull in some buildings. We got some older buildings like this. This is like an older kind of downtown building just to add some history down here. I found another kind of historic looking downtown kind of building. Let me see if I can find it again. Oh no, this isn't from the workshop. This is from the Northeast Pack. The Frankfurt Mansart building. It looks really cool looking. And I'd like to just tuck this away somewhere, just nestled in amongst these like more modern looking buildings. And I think this spot right here would be just really cool. So yeah, let's maybe put it on the corner right here. Yeah, I love it. It's just so sharp. It's got the little clock tower on the top. And yeah, it's one of those things that where you'll just catch a peek of it through the skyscrapers, and it'll just look really cool. This side is a little bit bland, but we can, put something else there. But yeah, so we have this one little older building here. We got this other older building here, and it just adds a cool little kind of point of interest just out of the corner of your eye as you're looking in here. So I really like that. So we just added a ton of more households just with those 2 buildings. How many households is this? Oh, that's a lot of households. Okay, that's going to add to our unemployment. V is in chat. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Okay, something else I wanted to take a look at is some traffic. We got traffic on this road over here. This is the road that runs around the old town. This is the old town. It's called Pollo del Mar. It's our old town area. And so we have this main road coming down in and out of Old Town. Now, Old Town itself is a cul-de-sac. And I know you're never supposed to build a cul-de-sac neighborhood. There's only one way in and one way out. But I kind of did that because of, it's the Old Town. I mean, they didn't have planning back then. They didn't have a good planner. It's supposed to be on this hilltop. So it's supposed to be an old fortified kind of area. So they would have purposely made just one way in and one way out. Now we have alleviated this a little bit by adding the tram stop here. There's a tram so they can use the tram to get into downtown and these other places. But yeah, just one main street. So this tends to get pretty backed up, which I think it's just going to all the time because it's just one way in and out. I think we could use asymmetric roads here, though, to make this flow a little bit better. How many lanes is this? 2 lanes. We got 2 lanes going to 2 lanes. That's okay. Maybe... Let's look at this intersection. Lane connector tool. We could add, this should also be turning left. Just to allow more cars to go through. That'll probably help a lot. Okay, so fixed that one. This one is already an asymmetric road coming out of here. This is asymmetric, this is asymmetric. Okay, that's good. Okay, then this is a 2-lane road going into a 3-lane road. Right? Is this... No, it's not. This is a 5-lane road going to a 4-lane road. Oh, we should, and this is a bus stop here. So we should make this, yeah, because it's getting stuck up here. This is the university right here. So, and then it widens out into a 6-lane road as it gets down to the main road here. So I'm thinking this should probably, since this is obviously the busy direction going this way, we should make this an asymmetric road going all the way down through here. Because this is 3 lanes here. Why not make all of this 3 lanes? That seems to make sense to me. V says, cul-de-sac areas have another name, death trap. Fortified towns still have a second way out. Yeah, you're probably right. We'll have to take a look at that. Okay, so asymmetric roads here. So let's look at a 5-lane road. 5-lane asymmetric road. So that'll allow 2 lanes to turn left and 1 lane to go straight ahead. Overlapping items. What's overlapping? Oh, this school. That should not be overlapping. Okay, I think I will keep it here. I think I will make this be the portion that becomes asymmetric. Yeah, let's just let that run and see what happens. V says the deal is a way the entrance is S-shaped, so you cannot bring a battering ram against the door of any other direct attack. It's got two 90-degree turns. I don't know what you're saying. I think it's already flowing faster because we got two lanes coming out. Okay, so there's that. This looks like it's already flowing faster too. Yeah, that is going much better. Okay, so then hopefully it'll just let these guys go through a little bit faster. All right, while we're here, we still have crime in this sports field. And I think part of the deal is I plopped this down using Find It and not the in-game tool. And I think that's part of the issue here. Because I don't think that the police can actually find this to arrest these criminals. This is not a real building. This is a sub-building that's supposed to be part of a high school, but it's not part of this high school. So it's not working. I think it's glitching out is what I think is happening, which worries me because I did this also over here. These little warehouses that I put on these piers, which I love, by the way. I love these warehouses. These are also not real buildings. These are also sub-buildings that I just plopped down. I forced them down in the game. So I hope we don't get crime at these. Because if we do, I don't think the police can actually reach them because I don't think they're real buildings. But we'll just cross our fingers because I love the way these look. These are just purely decorative. And it cost me money, unfortunately. It's costing me $12,500 a month for that one and $6,000 a month for that one. But I'm paying it because I love the way it looks. V says, sorry, 180-degree turns to get in. Really? I don't think that's 180 degrees. I think it's okay. Yeah. Oh, so let's fix this. Let's fix this. I think what we're going to do, let's pause the game. We're going to delete this and place it down again. So this was a sub-building. I believe it's a sub-building of this high school. This is the original in-game high school, and it comes with this as an upgrade. So we're going to buy it as an upgrade, and normally you have to put it within this radius of the school, but what we're going to do is we're going to use anarchy so we can put it anywhere, and then we're going to stick it in that old spot. So it's like that high school has like a field all the way across town. And hopefully this will stop it from having those same problems. Oh no, I don't remember which way it was facing. I think it was facing this way. Okay, well, the crime is gone. We got rid of the crime. It's a cool looking asset. I love this. It's a real high school football stadium. As real as you're going to get in this game. Glitcher is back. Hey, welcome back to the stream. V says, I think a sideways S shape where you have to go around the S to keep an enemy from charging the door of an old fortification. Glitcher says, I really dislike the abuse of anarchy. Breaking the game's imposed limits is tantamount to cheating. Yeah, that's one way to look at it. I could definitely see that. I used to play, back in the day, I used to play Cities Skylines 1 only vanilla. I would only play vanilla because I was like, it's cheating. All the mods are cheating. But then I was like, I really just want this sports field right here. You know, like this school doesn't come with a sports field. There's no sports field. And you can't have a big high school like this without a sports field. So the only way to get a sports field is to cheat it in. So we're going to do it. Yeah, but I used to think this exact same way. I used to not use anarchy, and now I do. I think I use it sparingly, though. I'm pretty sparingly with how I use it, I think. V says each mod demands another mod. That's true too. Okay. Let's work on I had a bunch of stuff to work on today. Oh, yeah, something really important. We got to check our district lines because we've added a ton of new squares and I always forget to increase our districts. So let's look at our districts again. District tool. Yeah, we built this building, it's not in a district. And that means that none of these guys would be able to get garbage collection, which is important. Oh no, the nuclear power plant's not even a district. That would be awful if that didn't get garbage collection. Okay, so now that's in a district. Let's extend that out just a touch. Okay, this is all in a district. What about these guys? These guys are all in. Oh, nope, they're not. We added this stuff. Okay, so we'll just follow the power lines there. These guys are slightly out, but I think it's okay. Oh, this guy's not out. We added all of this stuff. So here, I think we follow the train tracks a little bit. Yeah, let's just go all the way to the train tracks. I love this district tool, by the way. This is one of the things that I think they really is really an improvement over Cities Skylines 1, is this district tool. I think it's so cool to be able to draw districts like this and then control your districts. And it's so easy to just be able to say, for like your police stations, by the way, if you have like a police station in Gator Gulch and you only want it to go to this district, you just assign it the district. And you can just assign the same thing, fire, medical, garbage pickup, you can just assign them to districts. And I just love that. It's a really cool functionality they didn't have in Cities Skylines 1. So that is pretty cool. All right, so that is our new district layout. We have downtown. Why can't I grab some of these? We have downtown, Brisa Marina, the university, Del Boca Vista. This is Pollo del Mar, the mall, Oakwood. This is the little energy zone area here. And then Gator Gulch. So I think those are pretty solid districts, how we have this set up. And you know what we should do? Let's do a little bit of future planning. Yeah, just looking ahead, where do I want to expand this city? So the map, the overall map, it's really hard to see, but the square goes like this, where I'm bringing my cursor. So we're really kind of pushed into the edge of the map already. There isn't much room I can expand down here. I really should be expanding over to this side of the river. Yeah, and building out this way, I think. I think I should stop trying to expand this way. The only problem is that air pollution blows which direction? Air pollution blows generally this way towards the ocean. So that means I should probably concentrate my industry like towards this side, and then maybe plan on building residential more in here. The big question is, where should I put the airport? Because I'm like at the phase where we need to start thinking about building an airport soon. Glitcher says there are other sports arenas in the game. Did you get the update I mentioned yesterday? I actually, after the stream yesterday, I went and looked at what you were talking about, and I saw the developer notes where they were talking about the update, exactly what you mentioned. I don't think it's in the game yet. I think they just released that update and it hasn't been activated in the game. At least I haven't got, my game hasn't got it yet. I've checked. Yeah, I don't think anybody's got it yet. Because normally when those drop, you'll see a bunch of YouTubers put out videos on them. No one's put out a video on it. So I don't think anybody's got the update yet. But I did read what you were saying, that there's like a new stadium coming, which is pretty cool. V says, CS1 district rule was way too jelly and blobby. V says, at some point you will have to build bridges, ideally 2 bridges. Yeah, I'm thinking, well, we have this one bridge here, which we need to upgrade to a better bridge. And then probably another bridge over here so that we can create, a loop, like a freeway loop would be ideal. But where should we put the airport? I mean, I think there's a couple options. We could put it over here. We need to put it in a way where it's not going to interfere with downtown. Because obviously you don't want your planes flying into your buildings. So maybe, we could put it here. We don't want it that far away from downtown. I could easily put it over here, but that's really far from downtown. Maybe we do put it right here. Glitcher says airports need good highway access. V says airport on high ground away from where people live. Well, there really isn't any high ground. But I think this is definitely an option here. We could do an off-ramp right off the freeway here and just make this like an airport zone. We don't really have anything else here. The other option, we could do it right here on this side of just make this all airport here. This was where I was going to do my cargo port, though. I think this is the perfect spot for the cargo port. Like all along here. Yeah, I want to put out I want to mark this for the cargo port. And I'm using Anarchy to draw district lines outside of the map. Just because I feel like this is just for planning purposes, So this will be the future cargo port. Yeah, and we could do the airport here, but I just feel like that's too far away from downtown. You want it somewhat close to downtown. It makes me think of, yeah, like any big city, Like, let's take Phoenix. I live in Phoenix. So the airport is it's like in the middle of the city, but it's not downtown, but it's like nearby downtown. If you think of like San Francisco, it's not downtown, but it's not that far from downtown. It's that kind of vibe. So I'm really thinking like this is probably a good spot right here. So maybe let's mark this out and we'll come back to that. I mean, we can think about it. This isn't set in stone. Airport. Cargo port. Then we'll need some kind of bridge here. And then I'd also like some place to put the jail. We definitely need a jail in here. Maybe I could put the jail out by the airport. Yeah, that would be kind of a fun thing. Put the jail out here. Like maybe have the airport on one side of the freeway and the jail on the other side of the freeway. V says the oceanfront needs to be high land value for good views, extremely expensive land. Has Zach seen how far away Phoenix Airport is from downtown? The Phoenix Airport is 6 miles from downtown. 6 miles is not that far away. Glitcher says, just be mindful about noise pollution from airports or jails. You have some noise complaints already. You're right. We do need to worry about that. Dasso Main is in the stream. Welcome to the streams. Hey, just a question. How do you expand your city from the first tile onwards? And also, are you keeping the low density residentials or are you bulldozing and replacing them? Well, I'm playing with a lot of mods, so keep that in mind. So I don't really have to follow all the rules. But basically, I started my city over here. And then I had like these tiles unlocked. And this is all low density residential for the most part. We have a little bit of medium density in here. But as my city expanded, I would just buy more squares and just keep expanding out. And then all of this has been low density residential. I just kept expanding out over here, expanding out over here. And then when I got over to here, I started building medium density. And just recently, we've added all this high density in here. So it's just gradually over time. Leveling up little bit by little bit. It does take a long time. I mean, I've spent hours on the city. Hours and hours and hours. I'd have to add it up. I wish they had like statistics where you could see how many hours you've played on your city. I would love to see that somewhere. Because I've spent a lot of time on this city. Oh my goodness. It is crazy. Okay, so we fixed the crime at the sports field. Oh, one other thing we have to do. I just realized these guys, this is the new skyscraper area we've been working on, Grandview Heights. These guys are pretty happy. Oh, it says they have reliable mail service. What don't they like? High noise pollution. Well, you're going to get some noise pollution. Plus 51 proximity effects. Wow, that's great. They have reliable healthcare. They have great mail service, abundance of entertainment, walking distance to elementary school, spacious homes, abundance of leisure time, reliable internet service. That's surprising because the internet in this city is not that great. I did want to just throw in a mailbox while we're over here, though, because there aren't any mailboxes here. Let me just throw in a mailbox. Yeah, there's a mail truck right there, but no mailbox. We'll have one right outside that building. Yeah, we have them in downtown already. There's one here. Maybe we should put some more in here, though. We'll put one right here. Try to just spread them out. And then we should have one right on Central Park. We should have a mailbox. All right, so that should give us a little bit more coverage throughout here. Let's. There's one right here. I was going to put one here, but there's one right here. Let's put another one down here, just for future proofing. No, we'll put it right out in front of this building. I feel like this building will need one. Okay, mail is taken care of. Okay, let's talk about this. We were talking about this yesterday. I want to make this into a green space park area. What is this? A taxi depot. Ugh, why is a taxi depot here? Let's at least move this across the street so we can reclaim this park area. Will this fit? It doesn't fit. Son of a biscuit. We've got to find a better spot for it than this. We could even put it over here. No. Maybe down here? Does this fit? No, it doesn't. I like putting it like out of the way over here though. Oh, this is a perfect fit. Look at this. Just kind of tucked away in the corner here. Oh no! What broke? These guys broke. Oh, because we had a road there before. Hold on. We could fix that. There we go. Okay, that's the taxi depot. So that is moved over to there, and that frees up this whole area. All right, so to start with, if we're going to make this a park, we need a parking lot. And I'm thinking, I mean, this is kind of funky how this is working here. I hate destroying businesses that are already here. This is a good business. 4 out of 5 levels. Yeah, I can't destroy these guys. They're just going to have to be next to the park. But what we can do is put like a parking lot, make this like our parking lot area for the park, so that people coming in have a place where they can stay. Yeah, something like that. Just lots of parking. And then maybe next to these guys, let's add in a little alleyway. We got some room here. Next to these guys, we'll kind of go around the parking lot. Let's throw in some sports fields. Because one thing I feel like we don't have enough down here is we don't really have sports facilities for these guys. Like really anywhere. Our sports facility is really over here in our beautiful suburb area. These guys have everything. But they got baseball fields, they got like these soccer fields, they got indoor gyms. So these guys have everything over here. These guys have nothing. So we really need to give these guys some kind of sports areas. I'm thinking basketball. That's an easy thing we can add in here. Basketball courts. Yeah, let's just throw in like a bunch of these. And what else do we have? Skate park, outdoor gym, tennis court. Let's throw in the skate park. Yeah. Already, this is looking like a pretty cool park, I have to say. Okay, why are these looking so wonky? Oh, I think it's just the elevation changes. I'm just going to live with it. I'm not going to... I could finagle with the elevation a little bit and smooth these parking lots out, but I'm just going to leave it. Sometimes parking lots are a little lumpy bumpy, okay? We're just going to deal with it. Glitcher says, Steam records your playtime. Yeah, that's true, but I don't know when on... I mean, Steam records your playtime for the game overall, and I've had like a bunch of different cities on here, so... Glitcher says, it's a shame... Or, no, wait, no. He says, have you experienced any serious bugs in this city? Not any yet that have... Nothing that's destroyed the city or anything. He says, it's a shame modular parks are not in this game. Yeah, I did love the Parks DLC in Cities Skylines 1. That is... I've always said that's my #1 DLC for Cities Skylines 1 is the Parks DLC. Loved it. Or you could build like your park however you wanted. It was great. Just drinking some water. I'm going to get back in here. Okay, what else cool things would you find in a park like this? Like a big park. We're talking, this is like a massive park here. Well, let's add some nice walkways. You know, the new DLC that just came out added a ton of new walkways, and I'd like to take a look at them. Yeah, like a bunch of these are new. Concrete, oh, these are piers. Well, we don't really need a pier. Aren't some of these just like walkways? These are quays. No, I think these are all just like piers or quays. Oh, I thought they were going to give us new walkways. I guess that's too much to ask. Okay, looking through these, I think we're going to just use some wide pavement paths. I don't remember these. Maybe they added these too, because I don't remember this. This is like your pavement paths, but this is like a wider version of it. And I think we're just going to do a crisscross down from one end of the park to the other. Yeah, so that guy goes there. And then we can't really crisscross from there because that other thing is there. But we'll go from here. Yeah, over to this corner here. What? It gave me a bridge? Why did it give me a bridge? It didn't, like, connect it? Hey, did we just get a new subscriber? We did. AKA, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the stream. Liam's having fun is in the chat. Welcome to the stream, man. We're working on this park here. Liam says, I missed a lot. How are things? Things are going great. Yeah, I don't want a bridge here. I mean, it could be fun to have like a bridge going over one path and the other path going under the path. I don't want to bother with it. Let's just do a little of this and a little of this and a little of this. Yeah. So nice connected up in the middle. And then let's see, are there any cool statues? I haven't really looked through the props of this game very much, but there's got to be some statues. Bronze statue. Oh my goodness, this is huge. That is huge mungus. It's $3.2 million. I don't know if we want this in this park. That's a little much. Yeah, that's I was thinking something smaller. It's just too massive. There's no smaller statues than this. Okay, let's see. What else is there? Okay, these are billboards. Looking to see if there's any, like, art installation or anything. No, I don't see anything. Maybe it's under sculpture? Oh, we have this. Yeah, we do have these sculptures. We have this obelisk. Oh, this is very small. Oh, these are both really small. Man, isn't there anything like in between size? I don't need anything like this teeny tiny. We could do like a teeny tiny sculpture right in the middle. That is cool looking. This is an obelisk from the China DLC that came out. How about fountains? What kind of fountains do we have? Oh, we have some nice fountains. Yeah, something like this would be cool right in the middle here. I don't know if we should do it right on the path. Yeah, let's do it right on the middle. Middle of the path. We got ourselves a giant fountain. And then maybe we can take our smaller path and do like a connection. That does not look like a perfect circle. Oh no. Whoops. Whoopsie. Okay, let's see if we can fix this. Okay, almost. I don't know if we can get this. Well, it's better than what it was. No! What just happened? Oh, okay. I could Control Z, undo, undo. Okay, that might be the best we're going to get. All right, that looks pretty cool, I think. You know, this is probably not going to work because people are going to walk through the fountain. I know this game. People are going to walk on this path. They're going to walk right through the fountain. And that's fun and all. I know, like jumping in the fountain, but no, I'm not going to like that. So maybe, can we just, yeah, let's just delete these segments here. Now they have to walk around the fountain. I like that, but maybe this would look better with the wider. Yeah, let's switch these to the wider paths. Beautiful. I like it. Glitcher says that that statue costs more than the airport. Liam says a roundabout would be nice in the middle if you can make it happen. Done, Liam. We did it. Liam says back in my day we didn't have the undo button. Delete the path underneath the fountain. Yes, you're listening to me in real time. All right, something else that I think would be fun is I'd love to make this like a garden park. Maybe like a botanical garden. You know, I'm thinking about this because I'm actually going to a botanical garden this weekend. Me and my dad are going to go check one out. And it just sounds cool. There's this, it's like an hour away from where I live. And this guy, this was his project of his life. You know, some people are just gardeners. Well, this was this guy. He lived in the middle of nowhere. And he made this project his life where he would just, throughout his life, he would get different plants from around the world. It was like his hobby. And he built this like incredible garden. And we're going to go check it out. But maybe we could do something like this. Like this would be like the botanical garden for the city. And we could put like all kinds of different trees in here. Maybe like, yeah, let's just put like one of each different tree. But before we do the trees, let's put a bunch of these different like flowers and stuff in here. So maybe around, let's get something bright for around the fountain here. We're just going to put these down all around the fountain just to make it stand out a little bit. This is taking too long. Let's use our line tool to speed this process up. Line tool, advanced line tool, spacing, do fixed length, wall to wall mode. Yeah, although I would like them even closer than that. Let's do this manually. It's a little too close. There's nothing in between? Oh gosh, all right, well we'll just use this one. All right, so this is the circle tool, and if you just exactly get it in the middle, it should create a perfect circle around your item. It's not exactly around the item. Son of a biscuit. Okay, let's try it again. Why is it not like exactly around this thing? Oh, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Can we do it again? Yeah, look at that. That is pretty sharp. And you know what? Maybe we'll even do it again. What does this look like? These are kind of bluish flowers. These are pinkish flowers. Let's use these ones. Oh, that's not centered. How did I get this so perfect before? Oh, that's not what I wanted. I don't want a flower in the fountain. No, it's the wrong flower. Okay, this is pretty good. So this, we could go all the way around the edge. Oh, this is showing how badly I did my pathway. It's not circular at all. Well, maybe this will help us. Let's do that. Can I get it again? Come on, let me just do it one more time. Nope. Nope. Didn't get it. Yeah, I'm not going to get it lined up again. But we could use this to line up the path even better. So let's grab our Move It tool and see if we can adjust this some more. I really don't know if that looks any better. This is weird because it has an extra node in it. I wish there was a way you could just delete a node, but it doesn't really work that way. Let's try and draw this path in again. It's actually a lot better. Oh, obviously, we need to delete these going over the path, though. What'd you guys think so far? Liam says it's close enough. I agree. I think it's close enough. Okay, so what else do we got in our little menu here? You know, there were a bunch of planters. Potted plants? Yeah, we do have a bunch of these like planters and stuff. Yeah, they're really small. But I would like to do... This is a bunch of props for parks. That's cemetery stuff. Let's use these planters. Because, like, what I'd like to do is I'd like to even have, like, Like a community garden area in here, I think would be cool. Yeah, let's do. I mean, we have this kind of like really quaint neighborhood with these like old row houses all throughout here. Let's say we give them a portion of the park as like a community garden area. And maybe let's do it right off the pathway here. I think that makes sense. Let's grab these trees and move them out of the way a little bit, just to give us a little bit of room. And we'll use our line tool here. Yeah, because we can do wall to wall. And we could just do this like if there's like a whole bunch of lines of planters that people have like built up for like vegetable growing and that kind of different stuff. You know, I remember when I was a little kid, my mother actually she arranged to have a plot in like the local community garden. Because I think we were living in an apartment building at the time. And so we didn't have garden area of our own. And so, yeah, it was just a really cool experience. Like I would go with her to this community garden and we would plant vegetables. And I actually don't think any of our stuff grew, but it was kind of cool and fun. And like, there was like other people from the community had like their plots next to us. And, yeah, it was kind of cool just to hang out and look and see what everybody was doing. So maybe these are like different types of stuff. All right, and let's change the ground color over here so it looks more like, you know, they're like actually working on the ground and stuff. I have this tool here, and yeah, we can just make it look. Oh, no, I want the surface. Ground surface, yeah, riverbed thick. No, I can make it look like actual, just like dirt. Yeah, I'm gonna make this kind of like a wiggly line here, like it's a kind of just a rough area. Yeah, just like a little community garden area. I think that's cool. Yeah, so I think what I'll do is I'm going to continue to play around with this, just with some different ideas. I'd like to use a bunch more flowers in here, but again, my goal is I want to put every single tree that's in the game in this park. So this will be like a true botanical garden park for the city. And I just think that would be a really cool addition. We already got the sports facilities. Oh, you know what else we need in here? We need like a playground, for like little kids. Probably next to this big skyscraper. Like maybe on this side of the park we'd have like a playground kind of a thing. It doesn't need to be all that big. Do I have, well, let's look. No playgrounds? What? Community playground. This looks kind of... Oh, here's a playground. Activity playground. This is smaller. Large playground. Oh, the large playground's even really small. Okay, let's just pick one. Playground mountain. There's actually a bunch of different playgrounds. Small playground, that one's really small. This is really what I'm looking for. This is kind of like just a traditional playground. Ugh, that's kind of lame. That's kind of a lame playground. Are you kidding me? There's no, like, forts or anything? That is a little lame. I would, if I was a kid, I would not want to come to this playground. Look at how small the swings are. The swings are these little tiny swings. I guess no one's getting hurt on those playgrounds. I remember back in my day, we had some real playgrounds. I mean, we got these swings. You would go so high that if you fell off the swing, you're breaking your neck. That's a real playground. Okay, those were some fun swings. Okay, I'm missing a bunch of your guys' chat here. Glitcher says, looks pretty nice. Can you only arrange plops like that with Anarchy? Is there a different mod? I don't know which mod you're talking about. I was using Find It, the Find It mod, to look at to find the props, and then you can usually place the props down. I mean, there's a props menu here somewhere. Isn't there a props menu? I don't know how you would do it without mods. I think there's a props menu somewhere. Liam says, you can't have a park botanical garden without benches and sharing and places to eat, and don't forget public bathrooms. Oh my goodness, those are all great points. We need all of those things. Liam says, is it a line tool mod and he's using Move It? How would these community gardens get cared and watered for? Oh, the people would come and take care of them. They look at, if they live like here and they come out and they water their plants. V says, YouTube would give you time if you made the Bucks Central Park? Question mark. Liam says, benches and seating, not sharing. For the size of the buildings in this game, the parks were small. I hope they would make bigger parks. I swung so hard I went around the whole top bar on my swing. Really? I didn't know that was possible. Like you were swinging on a swing and you looped all the way around? I don't know if I buy that. Really? I'll have to look and see what we can do for bathrooms. I'm not liking this playground. What was the other playground options? Let's look at the new one. Or we could do this hilly playground. And then, what is this one? That's exactly the same. Did I just click the same thing twice? Playground. Oh, I did put the same thing twice. No, I meant to do this one. Oh, this is sports fields. We don't want sports fields. What is this one? See, even this one looks cooler. So this one has... Oh, wow. This one is cool. Look at it. It's got like a slide and all of this playground stuff. Okay, this is a cool playground. Okay, maybe we'll keep these together. I think these together makes it make more sense. All right, so if you have your kids, you can go over here to the playground area. If you want to garden, you can go to the garden area. If you want to play sports, you can play sports over here. If you want to go look at the fountain, you can go over here. And we'll have to work on the trees and stuff later. Liam says, it's Friday the 13th. Beware of Jason and Freddy. I know. Friday the 13th is pretty spooky. All right, I think that's a good place to end the stream. I mean, we didn't get much done, really. I don't know what took so long. Why did this take so long? We got some paths in. Glacier says, is there no zoo in this game? No, no zoo in Cities Skylines 2. Only in Cities Skylines 1. So I'm not going to do any streams Saturday or Sunday, but I will be back again on Monday and stream all day every day next week. Yeah, my schedule has been pretty crazy lately, so Saturdays and Sundays have been kind of hard for me to stream, but I'm enjoying doing this like every weekday. It's been working well for me. Liam says, well, have a great night and weekend. All right, see you, Liam. Have a great weekend. That's going to be it for me. Everybody remember, no matter what is going on in your life, to always do something fun every single day. Until next time, this is Zach signing off.